Hi everyone, welcome to the latest episode of the Alpha Mindset. So we've been talking a lot about careers, but for today I want to mix it up a little bit and talk about money. Why? Because it's summertime, and damn it, when it's summertime, I like to live it up. I want to go on spontaneous road trips, take late night food runs, bar hop with my girlfriends, throw pool parties and barbecues on the weekend, and I don't want a lack of funds to hold me back from living in the moment. In other words, basically there's a positive correlation between the temperature and my spending in the summertime. So let's talk a little bit about money today. Now you might be thinking, Karen, I don't need you to explain to me what money is. I know what money is. Thank you very much. Okay, you're probably right. You probably know most things about money. However, money is one of those really sensitive things that unless you know 100% of everything there is to know about money, especially credit cards, unfortunately, you become the kind of person that credit card companies and banks like to exploit. So don't get exploited. Be informed. Knowledge is power. And let's learn about money. So before we dive into the technical details of how credit cards and debit cards work, let's first explore our current relationship with money. Specifically, how do we make money, how do we get paid, and how do we store money? So when you're young, you earn money by doing small jobs like walking dogs and babysitting, and you probably got paid in cash by people you're close to, like your parents or your neighbors, and then you'd store that cash in something physical, like a piggy bank or your wallet, for example. And then when you get older, you get a job at a company, and as an employee of a company, you're no longer getting paid in cash, you're getting paid in paychecks. And you're probably making more money now, so you need a place to keep that money safe. So you deposit that money in the bank. So a bank is kind of like an adult piggy bank, except your money is going to be way more safe inside a bank. And also, it's a lot more practical when you're dealing with large amounts of money. I mean, who wants to keep hundreds or thousands of dollars of cash on them? It's way more practical to only pull out money when you need it, which leads me to my next point. How do we spend our money? Take a look at these two cards. Can you guess which one's a credit card and which one's a debit card? No? I can't either. But don't let their looks fool you, because they couldn't be any more different. When you use a debit card, you're using your own money in your bank account. Checks and cash also fall into the category of your money as well. However, when you use a credit card, you are using a bank's money to make a purchase, and then you're responsible for paying that money back. In other words, there are way more strings attached. So let me drill into this important difference. If you want to spend your money, you have a few options. If you want cash, you can go to an ATM machine and put in your debit card and withdraw cash. If you don't want to carry around a bunch of cash all the time or constantly fill up on cash, you can also just use a debit card at the time of purchase. So when you buy something, you swipe your debit card, and then that store will instantly pull that money out of your bank account. Lastly, you can also use checks, which is just like a debit card, except your money isn't authorized instantly. So the person you write your check to has to physically deposit your check at their bank, which is when the money will be actually withdrawn from your bank account. These days, writing checks is a bit old school, so I wouldn't even be surprised if you never use this form of payment. The other way you can pay for things is with a credit card. So every time you swipe your credit card, you are spending your bank's money, and then you will have to pay your bank back. At the end of the month, your credit card company will send you a bill stating how much you owe them, but they will only force you to pay a small portion by the due date. So naturally, you might think, oh my god, sweet, I spent $500 this month, but I'm only going to have to pay off $15 for now and pay the rest later? But no, this is a trap. This is exactly what banks want from you, because when you borrow their money and you don't pay them back completely at the end of the month, they can charge you something evil called interest. Interest is the fee that banks charge you in return for borrowing their money. The longer you wait to pay off your balance, you will collect more and more interest charges, which is currently about 15% per year on average. So if you have a $500 credit card balance and you don't add to it, but at the same time you're only paying the minimum payment, say $15, it would take you 44 months to pay off that balance. On top of that, you will pay an additional $150.87 in interest. So while all of this sounds probably really depressing, here's the silver lining. If you pay off your credit card bill 100% every month on time, you will never pay a penny in interest. You can have so much fun with money, but with great power comes great responsibility. So stick with me next episode and we'll cover credit cards more in depth. See you next time. Here on the Alpha Mindset, I'm going to help you get through becoming an adult. We'll cover scary topics like what the heck is insurance, what to do if you get into a car accident, how to write a resume, and that scary thing called taxes. Stay tuned.